Hey guys and gals, what's up? It's NihonTiger. Welcome back to Panic Mode. First time in 3 months, we're back. Yay! And there's a new version of the Panic pack out, and if I may see, 1.7.2. Here we go. So this is the temporary base that we've set up. Dark's on, and Hayu's on. I'm sure they're probably gonna want to get me in the call in a minute here. But I gotta record this real quick here. You know, get this out of the way before I join them. So, yeah, this is the new 1.7.2 Panic Pack. It's still kind of in an early alpha. Ooh, I like how this kind of floats around a lot. It's very fancy. But we'll talk more about Botania later. So, you might be wondering, well, what's in the new Panic Pack? Well, as you can see, it's a lot of mods that are in 1.7.2. So, for example, Tinker's Construct is back. Botania is a new one. Biomes Aplenty. Obviously. Might notice these seeds here. Yes, Pneumatic-Craft 2.0. That is Botania. Natura? Or Natura? Did you? Oh. Pneumatic-Craft Flying Flowers. Might have, let me check. Okay. Once more Botania. Pneumatic-Craft. Obviously Thaumcraft's in here. If you saw me, I just ran right past. What the heck is that they're building out there? Oh, those are trees. I thought that was something they're building. Gah. These trees just show up all kind of weird. But yeah, obviously Thaumcraft's in here. We have a bunch of mods that are in here. Ender.io is back. Iron Chest. Bibliocraft, obviously. The armor stand and the various tool racks. Let's see, yeah, Bibliocraft with the bookcases as well. Jabba is back. And of course, Wayla is here. There's a couple other mods which I can mention. The formerly called Blood Magic, which I think is now called Alchemical Wizardry, is in here. Talismans is in here. Let's see, extra utilities, random things, obviously NEI. Let's have been able. There you go, NEI is here. It's all good stuff. Map Hunt, Map Writer, obviously top right corner. Twilight Forest, inventory tweaks. Enchanting Plus is here. That's right. I forgot to show that off. There's our Enchanting Plus enchanting table. Ooh, it looks fancy. I like that. I like that. Let's see. Tinker's Mechworks just got added. Iron Chest. There's a mod called Refine Relocation that's in here. Backpacks are in here. Wait a minute. Does that mean that my backpack... If the backpacks are in here, does that mean that my backpack button is bound? No, it should be okay. That might actually be a conflict because the bubbles from Thaumcraft and the backpack button are one and the same. I think that's it. So we'll have more mods that are added as they update to 1.7.2. Let me just say. Yeah, one moment. So, ooh, that's an arrow that's in the ground. So, obviously a couple of changes as well to mods that are not in the pack. Anything, obviously, it's not in 1.7.2 is not in the pack yet. A couple other mods I've also been decided against in the future here. So, for example, Morph is not going to be... I got that one already. But Morph is not going to be in this pack. I think we've just decided that it's a little too OP. Thermal Expansion is not in this pack right now because it's not updated to 1.7.2 yet. And I'm trying to remember. There's a couple other ones that are not updated to 1.7.2, or they are, but they do not have a public release yet, like Factorization. So those are not in here. But yeah, it's a really nice server right now. The server itself is Dark is hosting it. Oh, I thought he was over there still. Oh, there he is. Dark is hosting it, and we have a grand total of 6 people on the wait list, which are Dark, Maheyu, myself, King Noobs, Ash, and Captain Q. But hopefully we'll be adding more folks over time as the pack gets a little closer to being released. And make sure to... Okay, I can't sleep because it's still daytime. But hopefully we'll be adding a few more people in the future. Now, I don't really have much of an idea. You know, it's not like I have a list or anything like that of people that I would want to have on the server. Okay, maybe I do have a small one, just a small list of a few friends. Nothing too fancy and nothing too much. But yeah, eventually over time, I think we'll add more people as the mod pack gets a little more fleshed out, and you know, we'll see who comes on. Could be some surprises, could be some people that we're quite expecting to see, but yeah, we'll see. We'll just have to see. And I need a drink of water. Goodness, my throat's starting to get little dry. There we go. Good old-fashioned water. But, yeah, the big thing that I want to talk about, obviously, is Thaumcraft. Good old Thaumcraft. So, there's been some rather big changes to it. And you can see here, everything looks alright to start with. I mean, you know, got your usual stuff here under basic information, thaumaturgy, nothing looks that different. Alchemy, everything looks alright. Looks okay to me. Artifice, everything looks cool. Nothing there. Golemancy, I mean, from a, this is actually new. Thaumic Esoterica with the shard rings. I'll get more into that in a little bit. But, that's actually from a separate mod, I believe. Oh, it's bedtime. I can go to sleep. But, yeah, there's been some substantial changes to the way that Thaumcraft works now. So, getting started pretty much is the same as it was before, but that all that stuff that I told you about forcing research and, you know, how to force research and how to do a lot of things, you can throw that out the window. That's all pretty much gone. So, let's start. Do I have paper on me? Take the paper, and the describing tools as well. So, paper and describing tools are what you'll need in your inventory to do research now. And you'll actually need them in your inventory somewhere. So, let's do an example here. I saw that magical metallurgy, which is thaumium. So I already have this research note in my inventory. I have that one in my inventory. I have that one in my inventory. Let's pick one that's not in my inventory. Aha, okay, so you can see Great Wood Wand Core, Repository of Magical Energy. Click to get a research note for this research. Now if I don't have that in there, when I click on it, it'll say you need scribing tools and paper to get the research note. So anything that's in a box like this, a square box, is what is now known as primary research, and that requires you to go through the mini game. So here we go. Click on that. It says research note added to your inventory for Great Wood Wand Core, and takes one sheet of paper, a little bit of ink, and there's our Great Wood Wand Core research. Now, likewise, over here, if you see Golemancy, you got this hexagon shape. And if I hover over the wood golem, it says how much wood would a wood golem chop? A wood golem could chop wood, but you can notice also that says click the purchase this research. And that, my friends, is tertiary research. And the difference with that is that tertiary research is stuff you can buy directly using the aspects that you have already on hand. So you don't have to go through the minigame anymore for everything. And usually, these ones are the ones that require, you know, usually one kind of primary research, but doing them again would result in pretty much doing the same thing that you did before. So, it's kind of a nice little change. So for example, once you have the Golemancer's Bell, you can actually buy all of the upgrades without having to go through and do research on each and every one of them. It's a setting you can change in the options and configurations for Thaumcraft. You can change it so everything is primary, everything is tertiary research. So you can buy them all, or you can have to research them all. It's your decision, or you can just leave it how it is right now. So, a few things to note is that, let's go to basic information. I want to show these things off real quick. Actually, alchemy, artifice, yes. Because first things first, the thermometers stayed the same. Oh, but I thought it was going to crash on me there for a second. But the recipe is now different. So you can see water shards and earth shards. So you need two kind of shards here of any type. Glass in the middle and gold ingots on either side. This is a bit of a change. You don't need all 6 shards anymore to make a thermometer. So it's a little bit of a decrease in the price, which is nice. I like that. Basic information. The big changes here because research has changed. As research expertise, research mastery have both changed a little bit. So yes, you still do become more efficient at getting research when you do each of those. But as you can see, you now have, remove an aspect that you place in a hex, there's a 25% chance to regain the research point. You can also see what aspects you need to combine to create an aspect you are hovering over, this is really helpful. So that's a really helpful one. And research mastery is you get a 50% chance to regain the research point, and then there's a 10% chance that you could not have to lose a research point when you place it down there. And you can also now combine aspects in the research table by just clicking on the aspect you wish to create. If you have enough of the component aspects, they will automatically combine to create the clicked aspect. So let's go into here, because this is different. As you might notice, there's no paper slot anymore. You're not going to be able to force research out of this anymore. You actually have to get the research notes from the Thumbnomicon, and then you put them in here, and oh my goodness, look how much different it is. So this is the magical metallurgy one, which is the thaumium research. And the way this works now is it's a mini game where you have to figure out ways to connect these two nodes, or basically connect these two different types of aspects by linking them through aspects that are, that comprise of them pretty much. So you can't really do it with, okay, metallum, it doesn't work for some reason. Like, why doesn't that work? It should work. They're kind of the same. I thought originally this was, one of the ways you could do it, but that's not the case. So you have to use the different, don't want to do that. You have to drag and drop on each of these. And I can do Terra. And Precantatio takes Vacuous, which is Void. So, actually, I may want to. I have more Potentia. There we go. And now, I can take another Vitreous, put that down here, and I need one more, this Ordo. If you want to see how I did that, I'll explain real quick here. So Metallum has 2 aspects, Terra and Vitreous, which I put the Vitreous down. Vitreous is Terra and Ordo, so I put down a Terra here to link to these 3 together. Put in another Vitreous here because of the one I was going to put here, the Ordo. So now I have Ordo here and Vitreous here, so these 5 are all connected. Now, Ordo is also a component that goes into Potentia, and Potentia is a component of Precantatio. So I put Potentia here, and it automatically connects between Ordo and Precantatio, and that completes my research. So very simple and very easy to do once you realize how it works now, but it still makes you think a little bit because you have to remember what everything's component aspects are. Now this is why you want to get the research expertise as soon as you can, because this will start highlighting the component aspects, and it makes it a lot easier to figure out how to do everything if you know what your components are. Now if you want to combine, obviously, if I want to say combine Ordo and Census into Vitreous, I can shift, click, and there we go. It does it automatically. You can also do it manually, like this, and you just click on each of the aspects you want to combine, And this is if you don't have Research Mastery. You'd have to do it this way. Click on your aspects, then click the glowy button, and it makes your aspect that is the compound aspect of the two aspects that you've selected. So, I am missing one. I'm missing Vitium. I know that I'm missing that one. I think I'm missing another 2 or 3 on top of that, but we'll get that all settled later. So, now that we've got our research here, we can just go to our Thumbnomicon, and of course, like always, see what all of our components are made up of. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just a different type of little research fun that you get to have with Thaumcraft now. Now there is also research clues, and research clues are required for some of the things that you have to unlock. I think I've already unlocked one of them I was going to show off, which is a bit of a disappointment. Did I? No, actually I did not. So let me think here. There's definitely a way to get to... Let's do Essential Distillation. I think I need to complete that one to get to Infusion. So, lime is slime sticky. Do water up here. And then Gelum's changed. So now it is fire, and Perditio, or lack of fire, is ice. Makes sense now that I think about it. But let's see if we can find another one that's got water here that is not too expensive to use. Could use more limus, but I don't think I want to use that one right away. Victus, Venium. Here we go. We could use that one. And then put another water here. Let's see if there's another one I have a lot of that's water. Oh, hey, you left. Limus, no. Let's do another Venium. So, okay, these all connect. Now we have to get to Precantatio, so we'll use Potentia. We'll see if there is... Potentia is fire and Ordo. See if there's something that we can do with that. Tempestus. We could use Tempestus to get us to... Yeah, we'll use Tempestus, Vacuous, and Air. And there we go. So that is Essential Distillation complete. Pretty simple, pretty easy once you kind of figure it out. So now we have obviously warded jars and labels, Essential Distillation, and I guess Esoterica has opened up something. Yeah, that's interesting. Wonder why that's shining. Don't see a reason why that would be shining. Alchemy has some new stuff. Obviously we have the Essential Tubes, which we don't have enough to do primary research on those. Artifice. Aha, there we go. Infusion. So let's go ahead and grab the research on that, because that's actually important to do. So one more time, we'll just go through this one last time, and this one might be a little bit more complex. So here we go. Let's do, so we have Machina, Fabrico, and Precantatio. So Machina requires Instrumentum and Motus, so you have plenty of Instrumentum. We can do a little bit of Ordo, and to that we'll need to connect Potentia, Precantatio, connect Potentia and Ordo that, so now we have lines going between all of those. Instrumentum, go there, we'll connect Humanus, and Fabricio requires, yes, Fabricio we can do Humanus, and let's see, Bestia, Cognito may actually be better to use here, because that will just require us to use Terra, and so, boom, there we go, Infusion's done. So there's 3 quick examples on how to do that. So you can't really force research anymore. And that's a little bit of a bummer, but at the same time it's a little bit of a breath of fresh air. And there we go. So now we have Infusion, which will open up a whole bunch of other things down the line. We'll get more into Infusion in a future episode. So there's also a few other things to mention. You probably saw down here in Esoterica, even with the shard rings, there is some new stuff. Where was it? Basic artifacting, yes. So you saw these mundane amulets, mundane rings, and mundane belts. These are all parts of a new Baubles mod that it's kind of a mod / API that Asinor has put together, and these take the place of runic armor, which is now gone from the game. So basically you can make different armor, amulets, rings, and belts that will give you different abilities. And I have here the Apprentice Ring of the Air, which gives me an air discount of 1%. So we'll be exploring those in a future episode as well. There's a couple other changes. You probably have also noticed that some of the aspects are gone. And in particular, Saxum and Granum have been removed from the game. So obviously Herba is now just Vitreous and Terra, and Saxum just doesn't exist anymore. So you can't do anything by putting 2 Terras together. There's a lot more primal and primal combos, and that's actually, you see a lot, like for example Gelum, and some of the others have been tweaked as well. But yeah, Permutatio is now a primal and primal combo, Modus. So there's a lot more primal and primal combos. That's a purposeful decision by Asinor to make things a little less grindy and a little more easy. But really that's about it. So I think I'm going to go pick up the call. The guys have been bugging me about actually probably talking to them tonight. So I've probably talked enough anyways. So hopefully get yourself a little bit reacquainted with some of the stuff here. Things will change over time. We'll add new mods. We'll perhaps subtract a mod here and there if we decide to try it out and don't like it. But yep, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to stare at this mysterious moving water thing. I think the Monoshredder is actually doing something with that, or some of these hydroanginas. I never know how to pronounce that, and nobody else does either. But whatever. So thanks for watching Panic Mode, guys. I'll see you next time when we do a little bit more research on the old Thaumcraft stuff, and we're going to start stepping up and getting ready to get into Infusion. So we got to get ready for that. But take care, and I'll see you guys next time.